So this has been a busy week for you. You were at the Planes premiere. You have a song and did a voice there. So how was that? How exciting was that to watch that film and hear your voice in it?
Oh, it's so exciting. I've fallen in love with Disney and the people there and worked with them many times. And it's always something that you're going to take with you for the rest of your life, that your kids and your grandkids and every generation is going to someday, 100 years from now, 3 generations from now, I'll have people that say, that was your great-great-grandfather that did the voice in that or whatever, sang that song. And, there's something so timeless about it.
Yes, and you have new music out there. For people that are jumping on board on your train right now, what can they expect? What's, inspired in the music? What can they...
This train goes off-road, off the tracks in a good way.
That's good.
No, it's a train that goes through the countryside. It's good.
No, that's good though.
Yeah, it is. It's
sticking
really,
to your roots.
Yeah, well, it's this album is something that I think is going to be easy for people to love. It's one song after another that feels like something I think you'd want to hear again. It's not the kind of record that's like takes you 5 listens to fall in love with. I think it's a first listen kind of record, and that was kind of the criteria for each song.
And you just performed at the Grand Ole Opry. That was probably exciting. And you got to bring one of the contestants on. What is it about performing there? Because especially in the country music world, it's sacred. So what is it like? What's the feel? What's the vibe like?
It's really it's such a great place for our format. No other type of music has a home like that, where you go and there's always an audience on a Friday and Saturday, and they want to hear music, and they all love country music, and they love whoever's walking out on that stage to sing for them. And it's also, there's nothing that says Nashville like that place, and being able to do that for Sarah Darling and say, welcome home.
Yeah.
Welcome back. This is where you belong. It's just a great thing.
What's the best last country concert you went to? What's a country concert you went to and you're like, man, this is it. They are good.
It's interesting. I went and saw, there's a guitarist named Chris Trondsen, who is the lead guitar player for the Foo Fighters. And I've got to know him a little bit. And he was playing at a small club. He's got a country band that does old Merle Haggard, Buck Owens, Johnny Cash covers.
That's awesome.
And that's what they do, is they go find a club and they just play until the middle of the night these old songs that you never hear anymore. And so I see a Foo Fighter up there with his band singing like, Stop the World and Let Me Off and Fair and Young and things like, this stuff like Merle Haggard, like, I'm a Lonesome Fugitive, these songs. And I just, for me, it was such a great show of love for what we do in this format from a guy who's completely just doing this as a fantasy.
And then last question, what's a non-country song that you're listening to right now? So we're cruising with you in your car, your truck. What's something you're listening to that has nothing to do with country? Any songs? Any artists?
Yeah, absolutely. I really like Neon Trees a lot. I think they're great. That was performed, and we talked about that in mentoring, and she did great too. Yeah. Didn't you think?
Absolutely.
Sounded so unique. That kid makes anything her own.
Absolutely.
She's got a really good future in front of her.
All right, Brad. Well, thank you so much for talking with us. They got to keep watching Rising Star, and I'm glad we got to learn a little bit more about you and the music you listen to.
Talking to you.
It's nice to meet you.
See you guys soon.